Unyielding Heir Chapter 8, Fractured Alliances and Unbreakable. Vows asterisk. The implementation phase hit Blackwood Manor like a slow, relentless wave. Elegant corridors, once filled with quiet echoes, now buzzed with purpose. Consultants from Elena's firm moved in coordinated teams. Laptops open, earpieces buzzing, carrying color-coded binders and tablets. Department heads were called one by one for private briefings. Redundant positions were flagged with clinical accuracy. Alexander had set one absolute rule. Every person leaving would receive a generous severance. A personal letter from him and a glowing reference letter bearing the full weight of the Voss name. No one would depart feeling discarded. Elena turned a second-floor guest library into her war room. Whiteboards covered every wall: timelines, risk matrices, org charts. 3 monitors showed live dashboards, employee sentiment scores, projected savings, productivity trends. She slept 4 to 5 hours a night, usually on the leather sofa. Alexander slept even less. They stole moments when they could. A brush of fingers in an empty hallway. A stolen kiss behind the study door. A glance across a crowded meeting room that said everything without words. They remained careful, professional in public, but the fire between them never cooled, only waited. Victoria Lang's resignation arrived the Friday after the boardroom showdown, typed on heavy cream paper. Polite, yet every line carried restrained venom. She took the severance and vanished without a word. Elena knew better than to believe the matter closed. Women like Victoria never truly disappear. They wait. The first crack appeared on Tuesday. Charles Beaumont, the silver-haired CFO who had always projected calm authority, requested a private meeting. Elena stayed in the room. "I'm resigning," Charles said flatly. "Effective end of month." Alexander leaned back, fingers steepled. "Reason?" Charles glanced at Elena, then away. "Personal. Family matters. Unrelated to the current direction." Alexander's voice stayed even. 23 years. You voted to kill the foundation. You voted against phase 1. Now, you leave before the plan starts. Charles straightened his tie. "I've given enough. I deserve dignity in retirement." "You deserve what you've earned," Alexander replied quietly. "If a single detail leaks to the press, the world will learn exactly why the foundation failed and who allowed it." Charles paled. "That's a threat. That's a promise." Alexander stood. "Your choice." Charles left in silence. When the door closed, Elena spoke softly. "He'll talk. I know," Alexander said. "But he'll hesitate." "That's enough." She moved to him, perching on the desk edge. "You're playing very hard. I'm protecting what's mine." He pulled her onto his lap, hands firm on her hips. "All of it." She kissed him deep, claiming, then pulled back just enough to breathe. "We need to accelerate. If more leave, momentum dies." He nodded, forehead to hers. "Then we accelerate." They worked through the night. By Thursday, 3 more senior managers resigned. Whispers in the halls grew louder. The press caught the scent. Friday morning, the Financial Times ran a small piece. Voss Empire faces internal exodus amid aggressive restructuring. Elena read it at 3:17 a.m., curled against Alexander in bed. The headline felt like an accusation. "They're calling it a purge," she murmured. He took the phone, tossed it aside, rolled her beneath him. "Let them call it whatever they want. We're rebuilding." His mouth found her throat. She arched, fingers in his hair. "Alexander." "Again," he growled. "Like that." She did. Again and again. They made love with a desperate urgency, a people who knew knives were being sharpened outside their door. Friday brought the second fracture. A courier delivered a plain manila envelope, personal and confidential. Marcus brought it straight to the study. Elena was there, reviewing sentiment reports. Alexander opened it. One grainy photograph, taken from distance. Elena entering his private wing on the night of their first intimate dinner. Timestamp clear, no note. Just the image. His knuckles whitened. Victoria. Elena felt ice in her veins. She's trying to shame us. She's trying to shame me, he corrected. You're the weapon. Key turned to Marcus. Full PR protocol. Damage control. Find who took it. Quietly. Marcus left. Alexander looked at her. Are you all right? No, she admitted. But I will be. He pulled her close, arms like steel. They don't get to touch us. Not like this. Afternoon, speculation exploded. Tabloids screamed. Billionaire Voss in scandalous affair with consultant overseeing his company's future. Social media ignited, reckless, predatory. Elena's phone buzzed nonstop. She silenced it and kept working. Alexander found her at dusk in the war room, staring at the whiteboard. He locked the door. Talk to me. She turned. They say I slept my way into influence, that my recommendations are tainted, that I'm causing the exodus. He crossed the room. They're wrong, I know, but perception becomes reality fast. He cupped her face. Then we change perception. How? By showing the truth. He kissed her forehead. We go public. Tomorrow morning. Our terms. Lena searched his eyes. You're serious. I've never been more serious. Key called the head of communications. Press conference. Voss Tower, 9 tomorrow. Mandatory. Prepare statement. He looked at her. You don't have to stand beside me. Stay here. Safe. She smiled, small, fierce. I stand beside you. Always, okay? They planned through the night. The narrative. Brilliant consultant challenges stagnant empire. Leader listens. Two people find each other in chaos. At 2 a.m., they collapsed on the study couch. Alexander pulled her close. Marry me. Elena lifted her head. What? Not tonight. Not tomorrow. Soon, when the storm passes. When we've proven this is real. His tears stung. You're proposing during a crisis. Because of the crisis. He brushed a tear away. You're the only thing that makes sense. Keys to slow. Deep. Yes, she whispered. When the storm passes. They slept tangled together. Next morning, Voss Tower press room was packed. Cameras flashed. Reporters leaned in. Alexander stepped to the podium. Elena stood at his right, equal, visible. He spoke without notes. Good morning. I'll be brief. He looked into the lenses. Blackwood Enterprises is undergoing necessary restructuring. The plan is aggressive because the challenges are severe. Leading it is Elena Harper, one of the sharpest strategic minds in the industry. He took her hand. She gave it. What's been speculated is true. Elena and I are in a relationship. It began after the work started. It is real, mutual. It will not compromise any decision. Murmurs spread. I will not apologize for falling in love with the woman saving my father's legacy. I will not hide her. I will not allow anyone to weaponize our personal lives against Blackwood's future. He paused. Phase 1 proceeds. Full implementation in 6 months. The company will emerge stronger, leaner, more innovative. He looked at Elena, softening. Personally, I've never been more certain. Questions erupted. He took 3, calm, then ended. Thank you. They left hand in hand. Fallout was instant praise, criticism, memes, outrage. But inside Blackwood, something shifted. Resignations slowed. Key staff began supporting the changes. Sentiment scores climbed. The photo never leaked further. Victoria stayed silent. 2 weeks later, Sunday evening, Alexander led Elena to the conservatory, the glass dome where they first stood under rain. He dropped to one knee. No audience. Just them in his palm, platinum band with a single emerald deep green. Her eyes went angry, determined. His. Elena Harper, he said, voice rough. You challenged me, changed me, saved me, Marry me. Not because the world watches, because I can't imagine a world without you. Tears fell. Yes, she said. 1,000 times yes. He slid the ring on. Perfect fit. They kissed beneath the dome as soft rain tapped the glass gentle, cleansing. Later, on the chaise, he traced the emerald. We did it. We're still doing it, she said. Company, life, everything. He smiled rare, full, unguarded. Then let's keep doing it. Together. Sighed. The storm passed. Inside, a new empire of love, legacy, unbreakable vows was only beginning.